Hey everybody, Jess Myers on the Goliath. Late game, I really hope you stayed away from that one. Holy cow, what a hockey game. Two heavyweights, obviously the two best teams in the Big Ten right now. Toe-to-toe. On an Olympic-sized ice sheet, they had to fight for every inch of ice tonight. Both teams did. Just a fantastic end-to-end hockey game between two really good teams. Got great goaltending. Eric Portillo was really good for them. Justin Close does not look like there's any drop-off since Jack LaFontaine decided to find another career. So looked fantastic tonight. Gophers finally get a power play goal on a 5-minute major in overtime. Ben Myers, who else? The Niners line gets it done. They win 2-1 tonight. We're going to hear from Bob Motzko. I believe we're going to hear from the two goal scorers, Ben Myers and Matt Nyes, coming up here in just a second.
Jess, I don't remember. Do they get 3 points for overtime?
No.
2-1.
That's why that goal with 12 seconds left cost them a point. And percentage, pairwise.
Why do they do only 2?
It was one.
That should even be the answer. Good, how are you? Good.
He's checking to make sure he's going to have space first.
Yep. Delete the Alaska shirt. He's just pretended it never happened.
If you haven't used that by now, no one's gonna. So.
Ain't gonna.
You know what? The problem is I never think to delete my deleted videos, so
Yeah.
I don't go all the way. So once you do that, then there's tons of space. All right.
Yeah, sure should do that. Let's see how that works. No. There you go. That's not bad.
You turned the clock off. It's not just a second ago. I like having the clock on. To know by how much dramatically I'm missing my deadline.
Motzko just said, closest kind of guy you'd want your daughter to marry. In the radio business.
Oh man, that guy.
Let's save on Johnny Beecher.
That was the 2-on-1.
Johnny Beecher can't buy a goal, but
That 2-on-1.
yeah, just nuts. And to come in as the guy that's just, it's not expected.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
There you
Pretty good hockey game tonight. It was one of the more fun games. It was highly anticipated. Totally different than, we all talked about the series when we were there. That was an up and down. Great hockey game.
Closer tonight really stood tall. What about him impressed you the most tonight?
He kind of looked like a veteran out there, calm and cool, and that's his 5th game in there now since Christmas. He's getting more comfortable. As I said a couple of weeks ago, it's not right history now, but is that a good game to build some confidence? And let's hope that's a sign of good things to come. He was awful good tonight.
Did you see your team kind of playing in front of him too? It seemed like there were a lot of block shots, a lot of guys, clearing pucks away from him, all that kind of stuff.
We played a complete game tonight. And I'm sure their coach could say the same thing. It was a good hockey game.
seemed amazing for an ice sheet that big that it seemed like both teams had to battle for just every inch of ice out there.
It was a pretty good hockey. Sorry, I want to repeat that, but sometimes as a coach, you're on the bench and you're watching a hockey game and you just sit back. And we were rolling lines. We kind of went with that Myers line a couple of times extra, and that's when they tied it. But all 4 lines contributed. Fish was very good for us. For not tons of playing time, but he was our guy's battle.
Just thoughts on the atmosphere tonight, the student section gave you guys energy and stuff.
Great. It was cool. And that's the one thing the only thing the game was missing, and we said it right at the start of the third period. We scored, we got 1, we're gonna get 2. Like, you get 1, you get 2, because the only thing that we needed was the building to go. And the only way it's gonna go, we had to score a goal. And because they were watching a good hockey game, but you're at home, you gotta reward that doggone crowd, and I thought they were outstanding tonight.
Probably addressed this already, but perfect time for the power play to come through.
Yeah. Yeah, we had looks all game. I mean, so did they. You had a goaltending battle out there tonight. And, a little 4-on-3, but we had plenty of looks on our power play. So I know we didn't score last week. We had 22 shots one night, I think, on a power play when we went back. And you can't redo that. They're gonna eventually find a way in.
Michigan struggled with teams that have played real physical all season. Was that something you guys were looking at?
No, we just wanted to be disciplined and play good, solid defense coming back, because they're dangerous. If you just take an inch off on the back check, just let up for a second, they got too much talent. And that's where I give our guys an enormous amount of credit. Physical when they had to be, but we got back into lanes. We had sticks in lanes. We didn't make things easy for them. And that's one thing you have to do against them, because they're so dangerous.
You often talk about percentage hockey and making smart plays out there. Is that maybe the best 60 minutes of decision making you've seen from this team?
It was when you're on your toes, like we call it, when you're on your toes, just charging, playing with energy, you're going to make good decisions. It's when you get on your heels, and then you that's when you make poor decisions. So we were on our toes tonight, firing, and we made strong decisions. Great block shots, certain points of the game, selling out. Great, real strong goaltending. Our penalty kill tonight. I mean, they had their chances on the power play as well.
Are you going to talk to the rink crew maybe about drilling those net posts a little deeper?
Tom will. They kept knocking it off, but it was interesting. It was one side kept knocking off, so that's something that they got to watch.
Do you feel your team avoided getting frustrated when they hadn't scored?
Oh yeah, we stayed with it. I mean, there's good atmosphere, and they were playing well, And I said that's the only thing the game had been missing for 2 periods was getting our crowd going, and then we saved it for the end.
Sammy took a hard one. It looked like off the shin there. He bounced back okay. You all right?
Yeah, I didn't see it, but yeah, he's.
Yeah.
If you saw something, I didn't. Play pretty well.
He limped to the bench pretty good there at one point.
All right.
Anything else?
Good game tonight, boys.
Thanks, Bones.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Oh, that's regular.
That tag was this much higher. That's one issue. I can see when they're working on it in the first period. Your near side was going all the way down. The far side, what was near to me, was still sticking out about an inch, and it just wouldn't go down further. But they took advantage of it too. And, it's going to come off easily. Just
What are you with?
What's that?
What paper?
The Daily. Also the Daily.
Michigan Daily.
Okay, cool.
College media.
That's cool.
If you ever need anything, I'll give you my email before we leave.
For sure.
Hit us up.
you just need Drew here.
That's cool that you guys.
How did you hear
travel.
tonight?
Cool is one way to put it. Good 10 hours.
Drew, we're disappointed you're not here tonight.
Yeah.
Drive, but
Yeah.
glad to be here versus watching it online.
Yeah, that's what I
It just
always
doesn't get
do.
the energy.
Yeah, that's what I always do. It's not as. It saves you time, I guess. But like, yeah.
If you, I don't know if you've ever been, but if you ever can, go to a game against Western Michigan. Just an incredible, nice arena. Just an incredible environment.
We're going to try to get the Yost next year. either as media or just as fans, just to have some fun. Sheila and I want to drive out there. Be a good trip. Just be a fun trip. Just get away for a weekend and come out and see.
About 10 hours, roughly, depending on Chicago.
Yeah, driving's nothing. It's, I love cross country driving anyway, so.
It's a little scenic, especially when you roll through Gary, Indiana. See how the factory is.
Is there a boat going across, maybe?
Sometimes. Just look the other way. That's a pretty road in front of you.
It's not right history now. Not right history now.
That was probably the best game I've been at all year, easily.
Oh.
Because I don't travel, obviously, for the away ones, but that's probably the best game they've played all year.
Back in the 90s. Long before your time.
Yeah. So do you just do,
Well, he had a great incident here when he was at Tech.
oh yeah.
Where him and Grant Patoli were going at it across the benches, like across the little photo box. It's all so good. So good.
You can tell in the interview he's still aggressive, just asking the wrong question.
Oh,
yeah.
I wish we had more of these assistant coaches.
I do too. For like any sport.
You ever get to
It
talk
never
to
happens.
assistant coaches?
You gotta ask for them, and it's gotta be the right timing.
Yeah.
So do you just do
It's not like it
hockey
wasn't.
then, or-
Yeah,
We just gotta go
we
again.
count assigned by beats.
Yes.
We just had all of our incoming freshmen go their first beat assignments.
Oh.
I was texting a bunch of them like, you guys are gonna do great.
Sure.
Kind of pass the torch.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird I'm not low on the totem pole.
Oh yeah,
But
it is.
do you guys do print or you guys?
No, we don't do print. We just do online. We used to, but ever since COVID, we stopped.
We're down to one a week print, and it's a hassle.
Yeah, I bet.
It's just the fundraising for it. And
Online's just better too, because
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about space or anything.
well, I mean,
Honestly,
It's
I
the
think
future.
newspapers messed it up 20 years ago when they didn't get online with their sales. And then eBay came along and a place like that to sell your stuff, whereas people sell your stuff in the newspaper. They had a great place to do it. Because that's where they were making all their money back in the day. Classified ads was just everything. You remember those days, Mace?
I remember growing up, I grew up in the Flint area, so the Flint Journal would always have a bunch of used cars for sale. My dad never did maintenance, so he'd always be scanning them for something for
Yeah.
cheap. Now I'm writing for the paper. Don't know if those are related, but
What do you think we're gonna get, Eric?
Both will get both
Myers,
I think we'll get
Myers and
close.
Nyes.
Maybe. You don't think so?
You know, if he says both goal scorers, it's gonna be Myers and Nyes.
They usually never give.
we almost never get a goalie on Friday.
Gotcha.
I was wondering if Mel would
This
use
is the best
no,
game ever though. So
Well,
far.
I think a little less superstitious.
Really?
If you get to hear at Portillo, he's got this Joker laugh. So when Alan Power just undresses someone in front of him, he's just goes like that. So they who they play? Massachusetts. It's like 3-0 Michigan. Massachusetts scores. They start mocking him from the bench at Yost, just cackling. And he just looks down.
Wow.
It was bad. I mean, they were out of it from the start, but it was.
Sometimes visiting coach goes out here in the hall.
I bet you that's what who Justice thought of Justice.
Yeah. Mel's on Zoom. He should be.
Hey, bitch. I never want one. You know me.
I'll take one. Appreciate it.
Who are you with?
Michigan Day. Oh, it's not on here.
Sorry, can't give you one.
Yeah, he's talking to Mel down there in the hallway.
Mel's in the hall.
The
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he finally does.
He finally did.
Well, they never give him in person to us. We're talking about that one.
That higher school website.
Yeah, that's right.
Fun game tonight, Ben.
Yeah, it was great. Great crowd. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just two good teams going at it. So, that's why you play.
Want to walk us through your goal there at the end?
Yeah, I think just good zone entry. The puck came over to Lucius, and then he sent it up top to Lacombe, and he just made a great no-look pass over to me, and I had the whole net. So I had an easy job.
A little bit of relief when it went in after the non-calls.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at it, but that's a tough call. But we were still in the power play, so it was good for us to rally there and finish it off.
How'd it feel like having that power play pleasure out there with that one?
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, in that situation, you're just looking for a goal to get the win. So, and we got it. Pretty happy.
It seemed like that was the play all night, trying to get him moving side to side. You finally got one with a lot of net to shoot at there, huh?
Yeah, it was perfect. It was just a great play by Jackson to get it over to me. That pass was incredible, right on my tape. So.
That seemed like playoff hockey out there tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Both teams seem like they had their systems pretty dialed in at this point. So, I expect the same tomorrow night.
I'm sorry if you've been asked this already, but how do you regroup after kind of the letdown? If you think you got it won with 12 seconds left to go there?
I mean, we're still on the power mid. Everybody on our team's been in that situation at some point in their hockey career. So, you just kind of rely on that experience, and everybody knows what to do. So, there isn't much to say.
What was the tone like on the bench throughout this game? It was a tight game. You fell behind. What are guys saying?
Yeah, I think we were positive all the way. I think we played a good game the entire game. Pucks just weren't going in the first two periods, but I think we were getting our chances and getting grade A's and working pretty hard. So it was just stick with it. That was kind of the message.
How big was Justin for you tonight?
Oh, he was incredible. Some of the saves he made, and obviously they got a talented team. So to hold him to one goal was just a great job for him.
Is it true you played a different goalie earlier in the year? Okay.
Anything else?
Thanks, man.
Thank you, guys.
That's career high for saves for Justin Joe. 26.
Mel didn't like his team's last 6 minutes.
I wonder why.
Yeah, did they even have like more than 2 shots in the last 6 minutes? Didn't seem like it.
On the front. That is such a fantastic. Well, the practice jerseys had that on. Yeah.
That's a really used one.
Yeah.
Portillo had a really nice set of pads. He had that on both down on the ice, and then he got new pads and moved it, and then he let in like 5 goals with the new pads.
The other thing I can't figure out, that thing does not have a nickname.
No.
Like Goldie or Sparty or Bucky. Like, I'm like, what is that Wolverine's name?
Yeah, I was about to say, it's hard.
It's just a line.
Just the line.
I don't know. They're missing out there.
Disappointing.
It is a good logo.
So I also do gymnastics.
Okay.
And they have a big meet against Michigan on Monday.
They mentioned it.
And
right, NCAA.
women, yeah, they're the #1 team right now. So I don't think they'll win, but
You never know. You gotta play the games and find the results.
it's true. We'll see.
If you, I can send you a link to, I'm gonna give you my email at the end of this if I have a pen or if you wanna just type it in.
Yeah, I could.
We forgot to have a goalie if we ever have an extra goalie. For a meeting game. We have a couple. I know.
We have a lot on.
Yeah, thanks.
It's gated for tomorrow.
I like how we did even this. You sound like my JV coach. We don't have another goalie.
Like, he was giving me a hard time too. He's like, what are you giving? I'm like,
It's not like playing shortstop.
I got Jeff Bo's old dad from his gloves.
oh,
I'm ready to go.
Why? You're.
I started late.
Who knows who else were?
Nice. How was that?
That one when he held on, that was,
Show my mind's that one tomorrow morning and say, okay, do that. Agility drills.
Let's work on that one.
ABC skating with pucks.
Sprague and Pete trying to play hockey tomorrow morning if you're interested. I'm sure you are.
Go out there.
I saw them down at the, here, Jared's up here for whatever.
I'll just Hanson brother with my stick.
You don't even need to do that, dude.
Just give me that.
You crush them.
Sorry, didn't see you there. Shoot drops and play.
Wouldn't that be fun to take home?
Put it on the wall.
I always thought that.
See, I couldn't, because they compare.
Ah.
I went the other way.
It just disappeared.
So the two goalies are.
Why is it?
And then you just bring it back next year.
I'm on Zoom, it's in the background, is that?
Oh, that would be
So the coach.
Oh, I was telling you that for a podcast.
Last week, Alaska coaches were down here.
What else?
Go for puck fly.
Okay. I was thinking college hockey news for a second, but when you said
I haven't
podcast.
seen anybody from college hockey news in a while. They haven't been there.
Yeah, Adam Wodon, Mike McMahon, I think. Yeah, McMahon.
I mean, what's his face at UCHO was here. He never comes down. Tim Bruley. But it's his site. He's the owner.
Right,
He's all started in psychology. He was sitting right next to me. He's always done. Thing is, most of the time, he's half paying attention. And he's doing like coding stuff.
Well,
Tracking the site, make sure there's no problems with his servers. That's like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, especially like Mondays and July gets updated.
it's just, he's got a lot of money invested in this.
They, I wasn't too impressed with Wodon earlier this season, so Mel, I don't know if you followed the rest of the game.
Like, next thing Starman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he makes the rounds, he'll come up and he'll talk to everybody. Very
That's how you
personal.
network, that's how you get
He's
stories.
great. Starman?
Yeah.
Like I said, he'll love to make the rounds, he'll talk to everybody and very personable. Uh-oh, deadline. Oh, it's, damn print, damn print!
They took 45 minutes away from us. Josh Vina does college hockey news, Big Ten stuff from time to time, but she's East Coast, so.
Yeah, they don't have anybody here though.
I've only seen him a
And like I
couple
said,
times with Michigan.
Like, Tim comes, but Tim's not really a reporter for USCHO. He just comes because he knows he can
Watch the game.
watch the game and monitor a site.
They had,
You should be happy
Daily
with the
writers
first one,
more.
because whenever they lose, these take forever.
Deutsch.
No, Mel's the same way.
Yeah. How long
Yeah,
has
we
Deutsch
did
been
give
here
her
a
a
long
good
time?
effort tonight, we need to work on this. Really impressed, proud of the boys.
Because we started
Okay,
with
you said
Kevin
that 7
Kurtz.
times in the
I'm
sentence.
trying to think who the
Everyone else
Daily
is
writer was
free.
before Drew.
Like,
Because he
Well,
wrote for USCHO.
it also takes forever, because
Daily.
it's like
Drew
hard to
Clausen.
grab players, because no one wants
Not
to.
Drew Cove, Drew Clausen was the writer before Drew Cove.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I probably know the face, I just not,
Yeah.
if I saw it, but.
if
not-
you,
But he moved
if you want Michigan player access to it,
to same rock.
like those games, you just email
He was
Christine.
chasing a little.
She might be slow responding.
Little very here.
We just annoy her enough to get.
Yeah, to get
So many
your
people have
response.
come and
Like,
gone
I'm trying to write a feature on Brendan Brisson.
since we've been covering the games. I know for me, it's been.
I'll just tell you what brother signed with Colorado. Chatting, so. It's not like official, but it was all over his Instagram.
You took a few years off.
One of the guys on our
Oh,
paper.
When your kids were younger, you weren't here when I was.
No, I was
first
on
here.
halftime.
Because when I was first here,
Yeah.
in 2000.
I'm gonna write about that. I just,
Well,
I was on
halftime and then I was gone at the beginning of, I was done, I was the backup guy at the beginning of the year, and then
I'll blame
the official
Bruce.
scorer, the two guys that they had the official scoring quit.
They had a plan, we had a.
I've known this kid since
I
early
I've known him since he was like 4.
Okay, late 70s then.
Old energy? No, he's
No.
one of my best friend's little brother.
Yeah.
That's the funny part.
And then it's nice, he lives in Eden Prairie, I just stopped at his house to come here.
He drives in from halfway. Drives in from South Dakota. And
Yeah,
he's halfway to the rink.
Get the good parking, use his parking guy.
It works.
And then sometimes that guy.
Right, and I still bring my phone so we get free parking. Yeah, what's been with, the delays here in the last 3 games?
Right?
Getting peeps. Friday?
They're cooling down.
What did they do Friday night?
They do cool down
Oh,
with Cal.
Cal, it's Cal's fault.
Cool down with
Wait till I
Cal.
talk to Cal next time.
Sounds like it's a thing.
Dude, you gotta speed it up. At least it's not Saturday night. Saturday nights get out of town night.
Friday night's family night too. They're always.
Yeah, so I saw my buddy upstairs, Pearson's dad, number 20 for Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So he was our baseball coach in high school,
Oh, jeez.
and I played softball. Against, yeah, I played softball against him for a bunch of years. Yeah, Mike Pearson.
Was he a teacher also?
Um,
Baseball's a little flaky back then.
I
It's
don't-
Not everybody
I don't
teachers.
know. I don't know how he got connected with it, but he was playing at the U, playing baseball at the U, and then he came over and coached at Jefferson for a year. And then I got
See, Jake Lynch died recently. Yep. You might have had him as like a history teacher or English. He was the assistant.
I didn't have him as a teacher.
I had him in summer school once, but yeah, Jake Lynch, Lynch is the Papa Lynch,
Yeah.
passed away
Yeah,
just recently.
I remember when Lingenfelder passed.
Because he was the assistant under, who was the basketball coach? Won 4 titles. Yeah, I saw on Facebook somewhere, and obviously Kevin does the T-Wolves coverage.
I didn't see his face.
Yeah, because Lynch was always the assistant coach under him. He was a good teacher, actually. I had him I was making up some English course. I did a summer school thing. I think it was great. Really good teacher.
Thanks, my brother.
Still watching. I got 3 people.
We still got 3
We're just waiting for Nyes. If he ever comes out, who knows?
Is it supposed to be nice or are you just
It's
saying?
supposed to be nice. I said it's good. The 2 scorers, he said.
Oh, okay.
2 scorers.
He just loves taking his long showers.
Yeah.
He's just gotta do his hair.
Yeah, yeah.
He's gotta do his hair again. Does he have people?
How interesting is the Big Ten going to be in February with all those guys gone? The finish, they can all are going to come back that last week, and I have a feeling it's going to be like 4 teams or 4 or 5 teams really close. It's going to be interesting.
The Michigan schedule while they're gone is Ohio State and Notre Dame, who's trying to leave.
Apologies for the delay.
Brian Deutsch, everybody.
Oh.
How much fun was that game?
It's a good question. It was really exciting. Honestly, it's pretty indescribable walking out with that kind of crowd and that kind of student section. It was just really fun to be back in that kind of atmosphere, and I was super pumped. So,
Your coach went back to your lines for a couple extra shifts throughout the game. What does that mean to you when your coach calls a number like that?
I mean, that gives us a lot of confidence. I think we had a really dangerous group, and I think we were all playing well tonight. So, we got called again, and I think we're up for the challenge, and we're always ready. So.
You get the what looks like the winner with 12 seconds left. Then it's not a goal. How do you kind of rally from the emotional roller coaster of that and get your heads back on straight for OT?
Yeah, I mean, we had to stay composed. I think obviously that wasn't the kind of outcome we wanted on that call. And, I think we kind of just put our heads down, went back to work, simplified our game. I think we were still in the power play, so try to take advantage of that. And I think we got our chance and buried and won the game. So.
that power play goal to end the game. It's like everyone touched the puck on that play. Is that just how you drew it up?
Not exactly, but I think it was a heck of a play, and really happy for Benny. So.
Just how fun is it playing with Chaz and Ben?
I mean, they're both incredible players. I'm really fortunate to play with them. I think it's definitely a big honor. To be their left winger and to play alongside those two guys, it's definitely helped me.
A lot of national team guys, you're playing with Michigan. Does this game give you a little bragging rights? Tomorrow's result notwithstanding.
Yes, yeah. I mean, we're gonna focus on tomorrow, but yeah, I think it's definitely a good taste in our mouths right now.
What's the message after a game like this? You have another one coming around real quick tomorrow.
I think keep it rolling. We had really good momentum at the end of the game, so we can, kind of stick with that. I think we had a lot of energy on the bench and on the ice, so the more we can keep that and, implement that tomorrow, it's definitely gonna help us succeed.
Did you notice anything different on the bench tonight? Falling down 1-0 and sticking with your game plan?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of energy, like I said, from the crowd, from the guys on our bench, our veterans, our captains. I think everyone kind of stepped up and played their role. So really happy with the outcome, and I think that was a big reason as to why we won.
Your goalie looked like he had been the starter for the last 3 years, the way he played tonight. Just what do you think of Justin's game?
I'm extremely happy for him. I think he deserves everything he's getting right now. He's one heck of a goalie, and I think he's worked his tail off to be in that position. So he deserves it, and I think he's definitely a reason why we won that game.
I got to ask, are you able to follow the Coyotes from here? And what do you think of the year Travis Boyd's having?
Yeah, I mean, I follow him up a little bit, but I think he's having a good year. I think he scored just a little bit ago here.
Yeah.
So happy for those guys. I think it's pretty fun to see your childhood team do well.
Yeah, cool.
Anything else? Thank you, Matthew.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Matt.
That'll wrap it up from here. We're on the ringlive.com. Thanks.